flushes, urinary incontinence, urinary emergencies, fatigue, weight gain. These are the signs of menopause, and almost all women seem to be going through it. Today I'm going to talk about menopause. What is menopause? Menopause is cessation of your menstruation cycle. Yeah, a woman has three stages in life. So one is menarche, is when the periods onset happens. A girl starts to get her period cycle, and then there is reproductive age, when the woman is fertile and the pregnancies take place, and then there is menopause, which is the end of your period cycle. Now, if I were to just explain it to you in the simple term, so basically a woman running out of eggs, so no periods, no pregnancies, the woman is not fertile anymore. This usually happens between the age of 45 to 55. However, we do see early menopause as well, but generally around 45 to 55. And the symptoms of menopause can take about 2 to 8 years. Now, while there is a relief that no more periods, no more pregnancy, but it comes with its own sets of challenges before it totally sets in. And today we're going to talk about the symptoms that women go through, and what can we do, how can we deal with it through food and lifestyle. So hot flushes, like I said, and then you have a worsened form of PMS, fatigue, loss of libido, irregular periods, vaginal dryness, urinary incontinence, urinary emergencies, trouble sleeping, muscle pain, palpitation, dizziness, weight loss, hair loss, dry skin, the bones becoming brittle because there is decline in the hormones. So these are the symptoms that women go through. Also, the period pattern totally changes. So some women begin to get their periods every 12 to 15 days. Some women may not get it for 2 to 3 months and then again get it. Some women may have just abrupt cessation of periods. Some women may start to get scanty periods, there's no flow. Some women experience heavy bleeding during the menopause, the perimenopausal phase. So each woman goes through a different set of symptoms. Now, why does it happen? It happens because there's total decline in women hormones. So estrogen declines by about 50%. Yeah, and then there's testosterone, which also declines by 50%, and then there is progesterone, which declines by 70 to 90%. So all the hormones are going down and the body is kind of preparing for it, and that's why there's a lot of confusion, a lot of haywire, in terms of your cycles, in terms of your system. Now, what can we do? What are the foods that we must be avoiding, and what are the foods that we must be adding in our diet to be able to have a smooth menopause period? First and foremost, quit caffeine. Caffeine will aggravate your perimenopausal symptoms. Ditch the donuts. So when I say ditch the donuts, I mean sugar, I mean processed carbs, I mean junk and packaged food. Skip spicy foods. Spicy foods are known to aggravate your menopausal issues. Avoid alcohol because body is not able to tolerate alcohol at that time. Forgo fatty cuts of meat because you must avoid all forms of saturated fat at that time. And like I said, no added sugar, no processed carbs, because generally women tend to store fat in their hip region and in their thigh region. However, during menopause, we tend to retain fat in our midsection, in the abdominal region, which is visceral fat, which is more dangerous. So we need to be extremely careful about what we eat. What should we be eating? Now, we've obviously spoken about what should we not be eating. Now, what should we be eating? First and foremost, like I said, that there's a decline and then women become prone to fractures. We need to make sure that there is a good amount of dairy in the diet in the form of milk, curd, yogurt, cheese, whatever, so you need to make sure that there is a lot of dairy going in, because it gives you calcium, it gives you phosphorus, it gives you vitamin D, it gives you magnesium, it gives you potassium. So that calms your muscle, gives you calcium for your good bones, gives you vitamin D for calcium's absorption. So it's a must. Next on the list is omega-3, very, very important. So you could look at chia seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds, salmon fish. If you are not able to include all this, then look at a omega-3 supplement. Look at maybe a fish oil supplement or a flaxseed oil supplement, but make sure that there is omega-3 going in to your body. Like again, I said that no processed food, so look at whole grains also, because they're extremely rich in vitamin, B vitamins, and that's the need during this phase. So your wheat, your millets, your quinoa, your brown rice, your oats, all this are very, very important. Absolutely zero deficient restrictive diets around this time. Primrose oil is extremely important for a smooth menopause, so make sure that you're adding primrose oil either in the form of oil itself or in the form of a capsule. Fruits and vegetables, because you get your vitamins and minerals along with fiber from there. Cruciferous vegetables especially do very well during the menopause time, so make sure that you're adding cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprout, and then we move on to dark berries. Dark berries do very well during this time, so your cranberry, blackberries, blueberries, please add them in your daily diet. A study has also proven that phytoestrogen rich food have very good effect on a smooth menopause phase, perimenopausal phase as well. So food rich in soy, like soy chunk, tofu, edamame, tempeh, which is a fermented form of soy, chickpeas, peanuts, grapes, green and black tea are a very good source of phytoestrogen rich food, so make sure that you're adding them. Last but not the least, protein. Like I said, the bones have become weak, we tend to lose muscle mass, the strength of the body goes down, so make sure that you're adding 1 to 1.2 gram per kg body weight of protein to be able to sustain that muscle mass, to be able to sustain that strength. So add protein in the form of eggs, chicken, fish, pulses, legumes, soy. These are the things that you must have in your daily routine. Nuts and seeds are another good source of protein. So chart out a diet plan and make sure that all these foods that I mentioned are part of your daily routine. If you have any more specific question or any more symptom that you may be experiencing, please put that in the comment section or the Facebook group and I would get back to you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. We'll talk again. Bye-bye.